All right, welcome back to Broken Quattros. I'm Dave, and we are working on the 90 today. We have got it back from paint. My good buddy Ian helped me out, and I did most of the prep work, and he did most of the spraying work. And then I've actually already brought it back here, and I've started polishing it, and I wet sanded and did all that stuff. However, I need to work on door alignment stuff and getting it to just basically the finishing touches. So here, big reveal. So yeah, it actually matches really well, and we used 100% factory color. We did not try to match the color. We actually just used the original paint code. We used a bunch of Glazurate paint supplies, and yeah, we got it done. I'm actually very happy with the match, as far as like for example, this handle, I don't know how well it comes through. The handle was not painted, but the door was, and you can't really tell. And then, like I said, even transitioning into the door there, or into the fender, it looks spot on. So really happy with how that turned out. Obviously I need to put on trim piece, lower, and mirror. But I want to get this door kind of situated better. It looks like it's perfect, but it's actually just because I have the latch. I have those bolts all loose over there still, so we got to get that tightened up and done. I'm actually going to take out the window frame because it's actually really hard to work on it with the frame installed. Makes the door really heavy and awkward, and so making those fine-tuning adjustments are kind of hard. And then, like I said, the door just weighs it down, or the regulator and window frame all weigh it down a lot. So we're gonna pop that off and try to get it, I don't know, closing nice and smoothly and done right. This is actually, so when they hung the new door, they did not align it well. The striking pin that's in the door jamb was off, and you can see where it's just kind of, it's scraped and it's beat up because of it. So they didn't align it well that time, and now it's my time to do that. Unfortunately, I wish I had done this actually before I painted the door, but alas, we didn't. So now we're just doing it now. Anyway, we're gonna get to work on it. Okay, I've been dealing with this door for way more time than I'd like to admit, and I realized, so I was just loosening the bolts and trying to like lift the door, position it, and then tighten bolts back down. So like, if you look at these bolts, there's also one back over here on the other side, which I've been using this nice long combination wrench to get in there and do it. I was trying to find out, so I was Googling, and sure enough, if you actually remove the whole bolt, there is an Allen here that actually adjusts it. So I just wasted half my life trying to figure that out. I'm a little embarrassed. And it's hotter than hell. I think it's like 95 degrees out, and I'm baking and sweaty and nasty, and I've been fighting something that should have taken me no time at all. So now we will remove this bolt, adjust the thingy inside of it, and hopefully lift that out a little bit to kick the door up just a hair. That's all it really needs. It's not much, but I'm just pissed that it took me this long to figure it out. Okay. So I feel really stupid because I didn't know that, but I guess if you've never done it, you wouldn't know. So, top tip, if you're adjusting your door because it sags or it sits a little low, remove the bolt, adjust the actual adjuster, then try to rehang it. Okay, so now that I've replaced everything and have it all misaligned anyway, it slams perfectly. Sits where it's supposed to sit. The height is right, the gaps are right. It literally took me 30 minutes or less actually to do it the right way, and I probably spent, so there was a first day that I did it, I probably spent 2 hours on it, and then I probably spent another 2.5 today before doing it the right way, which took another half hour. So now I don't feel bad about putting the door card back on. The regulator is sitting over there. We have to put that back in, but it's closing properly. It's sitting right. We replaced the door striker because this person who replaced the door did it wrong. Where are my parts? I don't know how well this will be seen, because first of all, it's missing. See how there's a plastic thing here? There should be one here too. So you can see it here. It was missing that. Also, if you can see the angle of that, this is all beat up, whereas this one is not. The actual striker pin, I don't know where I put it. It's garbage wherever it is, but it actually has like grooves cut into it from the door striker, or from the door catch hitting it. Who knew it was so simple? I didn't. Now I do, and now you do too. So adjusting your door, do it right. Don't be like me. That's the old striker. So you can see that it should look like this all the way around, but it looks like that because that part has been grooved and cut out because of misalignment. So yeah, we got rid of this and we got rid of the other part, and it's happy now. Door is reassembled. Got the door card in place, everything's happy. Door closes nicely now. And we still need to put on the trim pieces. They're in the back seat. I gotta wet sand them really fast. They haven't quite been wet sanded since paint, so they're still a little, got a little bit of texture in them. These are actually new old stock ones that I found. So yeah, we'll probably get those wet sanded and installed, and then this car will be looking fresh. We're going to try to polish probably the worst area on this car, and I don't know what happened, but it looks bad, and actually, like, the way the sun's hitting this right now, it looks really bad. Okay, so this area is just kind of, that's like, actually that spot is the worst on the car. So we're gonna try to clean it up and just see what happens here. By the way, this is not a detailing channel. I am not a detailer. There's plenty of them out there on YouTube. Everything I've learned about detailing has probably been from YouTube. So I highly recommend other channels for that. But this is an old Audi restoration channel, and this is an old Audi that's getting restored, and this is part of it. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. I have like a Torx polisher. I bought it actually from Costco of all places, and the chemical guys it came with a whole bunch of chemical guys stuff, which tends to work really well for what I'm doing. So that's what we're using, if you're curious. All right, so this is just after a single pass. It looks a lot better. This stuff is not going to come out that easily, but it looks 1,000 times better. All those light scratches are gone. We're gonna have to cut more to get that deeper stuff. All right, so there's a lot more that could be done. I literally just did 2 quick passes just to kind of clean it up so that car is gonna look more uniform. Someone could go a lot more on this. I'm not an expert, so I don't want to go too hard or too quick or too deep or whatever. And I have to fix other things and get this car sold, so we're not going to take it to ultimate detailing, professionalism, whatever. This is a good cut and buff, and that's where we're going to kind of leave it. Here it is. And just to kind of contrast it, the doors basically, this is what all of the panel looked like. This is what it looks like now. But yeah, all of these kind of scuffs were all over this panel as well, and they're all gone. And it looks really, really nice. It could look a lot nicer, but it looks a lot better than what it was. And this is like what it was, where you had a lot of these just swirls and scratches and just ugly stuff, and it looks so much nicer. So that's about where we're going to leave that off. We're going to continue down the rest of the car. That door's been done, this door has not. I need to put the trim piece still over here and get things done, but I think that this level is going to be suitable for what our goals are. All right, we're going to take a quick break from this and probably do the trim piece now. I gotta say that detailing is just not my idea of a good time, and I understand why it costs a lot of money to have done right. It's extremely time consuming, so props to those guys who push through it. I'll show you a quick preview. I've kind of done, I don't know, what would this be, 3/4 of one side? So hopefully the wind isn't too bad, but it looks 1,000 times better. Like I said, most of the scratches and stuff come out and look really nice, and I'm not spending a lot of time doing this. It makes me want to do the whole car, but then of course doing this makes me want to not do the whole car. So yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. All right, just a quick side by side. So this one has been wet sanded, but it has not been polished. This one has been wet sanded and polished. So this one is ready to go on the car, and this one still just needs polish, and then we'll put it on the car. But we still got, yeah, so we're just gonna remove our double stick tape here and apply that to our door. I was actually a little worried about that. I was worried that because that's like an old stock part, I was worried that the adhesive had long since failed, but it went right on. So, all right, that done. Okay, so we took a break from detailing and did a different kind of detailing. So we swapped in some new rotors, and we also might have painted some calipers. So there that is. This is just in with one bolt here. Just was making sure everything was happy. But boom. So we got new rotors, cleaned up the calipers, gave them a lick of paint, and yeah, just more fun stuff to waste time on, I guess. Okay, I ran out of time. Both the front brakes have been installed. The pads were like literally toast on there previously. I still have to bleed them. That'll be the next time. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time. So got other things to do, family stuff, other parts of my life. So we'll get back to that. But I feel good about the progress. Like I said, we got the whole side done. We got brakes done. One step closer. Another mod. New wiper blades. I know, super fancy. So, okay, so we got the new caliper painted and everything like that, and it's on. And now we're gonna remove the wheel. And I brought a helper. All right, bud.
That's when I'm moving.
Good job. Okay, now we're gonna pop on the power bleeder and open up the valves. Talking about tons of stuff. So what we're gonna do, I have this clear tube right here. I can see the actual air coming out, and I can see the fluid coming out. So we're gonna open this valve until we just see a nice steady stream of fluid, and then we'll close it. So we just kind of go like this and open it up. It's gonna go a little more. There we go. See that? See that fluid coming out? And see how there's some air bubbles in there? And now I don't really see any air bubbles coming out anymore. There shouldn't have been much, if any, in there. But, oh, see that? See those air bubbles?
Yep.
So those are what we're talking about. That's what we got to keep out of the line. That will make it so our brakes don't work. And then we just close that up, just like we opened it. And we're done. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Good job.